good evening, good morning, good night, you lovelies. It is the one, the only Cappy D Bar, and we are here to get to some grapples, some grapplings. All right, how is everyone doing? Hope everyone is having a great one, however you are catching this, whenever you are catching this. Now, understandably, there wasn't a review for Collision. All right, there was a lot of things going on. All right, I had a nice little trip to New York. If you don't believe me, look at this nice little picture right here. Yeah, very nice. I couldn't exactly get to everything how I wanted to, so we're just going to run through the importance. All right, three bullet points for Collision February 6, 2026. Tommaso Ciampa versus Kyle Fletcher is going to be a great fucking match. The match that Tommaso Ciampa had with Roderick Strong and Claudio Castagnoli. Again, I would have loved for it to be a one-on-one, but I just have to assume that Tony Khan doesn't want to make anyone look weak, which it's, you know, we're going to have a conversation about triple threats in a minute, but for what it was, this single triple threat, it's fine, and I can get over it to work towards a 1v1 feud in the future. All right, I also love the parking lot match with the Rascals, Eddie Kingston, Brawling Cowboys, and Young Veterans, or whatever their name is. It was pretty fun. We got some moments from Isla Dawn, instrument spots. Was it the like best 5-star, like, you know, like G1 climax match? No, but it was fun to watch, very entertaining. I also like the stipulation that we are getting for Chris Statlander and Thekla. They're going to be having a strap match. The lettuce, bacon, and tomato community seemed really happy about this. So, you know, shout out to you guys and shout out to Chris Statlander. All right, I am looking forward to this. Also, really quickly, Karrion Kross in MPW, which is Maple Pro Wrestling. He won the world title and he gave it to his mother, who is beat cancer. So it was really nice, really wholesome. There were definitely some onions cut, and honestly, Karrion Kross is just great. He's great. For him to have the momentum and for him to be able to work the crowd like he can and for him not have any spot at all. It was just a poor choice, simple poor choice. All right, really down to earth guy, and really wholesome moment that we got from him with that. All right, that was my shotgun review of Collision. Solid 7 out of 10. Nothing really, you know, crazy, but really cool triple threat. Chris Statlander and Thekla is going to be very entertaining, and Eddie Kingston is working himself back into that 1v1 category. Hopefully, somewhere down the line, we get Eddie versus John, another two faces, but hey, you know, we can make it work, all right? Eddie Kingston versus John Moxley, Continental title on the line, 30-minute Iron Man match. Make it happen, Tony. Make it happen. Okay, we're gonna just steamroll into this Raw. Raw for the past couple of weeks has just been bad, and not bad on the terms that it's non-watchable, right? Because honestly, I'm gonna be serious. If you like understand anything about this industry and you watch Raw, it's entertaining for how awful it is. Like it's like watching a movie that you know you shouldn't be watching because it's that bad. It's like a car wreck. Like, and I can't look away from the car wreck. Let's just like do a really quick synopsis of what happens tonight, right? CM Punk, right, a corporate Phil, right, and Phineas Balor, they have a face-off right before the elimination chamber, right before the elimination chamber, meaning we're going to be getting an elimination chamber title defense, right? Hey, I'm never going to be adverse to that. We need to build these titles up. My only question is, didn't we just see Finn Balor defeat CM Punk? And now they're trying to like really force the Finn Balor heel thing because like they seen how unnaturally over he was in fucking Ireland. But the thing is, Finn Balor is over everywhere. He's the fucking original golden child of WWE. Like, I mean, like literally, as John Cena was walking out the door, all right, everyone wasn't looking towards Drew McIntyre, all right? People weren't looking towards Roman Reigns at the time, not even Seth Rollins. The very first golden boy after John Cena decided, I'm gonna start doing this Hollywood shit, was Finn. And then we all know what happened with that shoulder injury. So the idea that they're trying to push this idea of him being some like diabolical, fucking like ruthless heel. And then when you really get to the crux of it, it's just more Judgment Day lore. This shit's just more Judgment Day segments, guys. Bro, my first video on this channel was 6 months ago, and one of the biggest gripes I had was Judgment Day fucking anywhere. 6 months ago, and this fucking first brand. This isn't SmackDown. We're not watching NXT. We're not watching ECW. This isn't Main Event, right? This is the fucking first brand show. They're still doing it. It's Unbe-fucking-leavable. Listen, even with how they're treating Stephanie Vakir, right? Stephanie Vakir is also involved in Judgment Day lore. But let's really break that down for a second. Stephanie Vakir can't have a 1v1 promo with Liv Morgan? Why the fuck? Why is Dominic Mysterio there? And people are, oh, to be the interpreter, to be the shh. The world champion doesn't need a fucking translator when she speaks English and she also speaks kick-ass. She literally said, I may not speak English, but I speak wrestling. That's a fucking bar. You use that to your advantage. Liv Morgan gets a little bit too mouthy. All right, maybe she just pulls a fucking Io Sky. You talk too much. Uppercut, elbow, V-trigger. Like, what are we talking about? Listen, I said that Stephanie Vakir and Julia a year ago were at the top of New Japan Pro Wrestling. We're on the top of the world of women's New Japan Pro Wrestling, right? Literally at the top of the Japanese wrestling world. Where the fuck are they right now? Julia just lost a match to fucking, Jade Cargill, who has had 0 title defenses. We're going to be getting to the championships in this fucking, episode, right? We're going to be getting to this shit in this episode, but not right now, right? We haven't had any real title defenses from Jade. We have Julia lose to that, right? So now any kind of momentum that you're even going to try to put with Julia just completely thrown out the fucking window. There is 0 momentum. 0. Absolutely no momentum with Becky. She wasn't even on the show. Was Becky even on this fucking show? Like, oh my gosh. When you really just get to the crux of it, everything about this fucking show and everything about the creative, it's not there. It's vapid. It's hot. Oh my gosh. It's like, I feel like I'm losing my fucking mind. I don't know why they can't understand. You have to give people proper builds. Like, and let's just start off something with like really simple, right? Finn Balor has been a jobber. Why the fuck is he just getting a fucking smooth silver? Why is he just getting a smooth ticket to CM Pompadour? Why? How many wins has Finn Balor had in the year of 2025? I really want to just calculate this, because this against somebody like an up and coming challenger. Hell, like a Nathan Frazier, right? Maybe you just put the fucking rocket on Nathan Frazier. Maybe he gets, taken out by CM Punk in the pay-per-view of their match, right? Maybe obviously Punk goes over, but that's building a character. That's building a star, right? And that's something that this company is so afraid to do. I mean, I really don't even know how to fucking capitalize on, like, I don't even know how to fucking like move on from this really, because it is so mind-boggling, but we have to, right? CM Punk, Finn Balor, they decide that they're going to be beefing, right? And that's great for who? I don't fucking know. Judgment Day fans, I guess, right? That's what the fuck we get from that. They decide that they're gonna have this match at Elimination Chamber. The triple threats, all of these multiple triple threats that we're having for all these Elimination Chambers, also lazy as fuck. It's lazy. It's because he can't understand that you have to use people outside of your pillar pay-per-views. Paul, Cheesecake, McMahon. You have to use superstars outside of WrestleMania weekend. Paul, Levis-Skate. You don't even understand that, because where the fuck is Axiom? Dragon Lee. Ray Phoenix. Is Ray Phoenix in fucking Alcatraz? I mean, these are people who should be going into the Elimination Chamber, who should be having good one-on-ones with the Javon Evans, right? Imagine a fucking Ray Phoenix and Gunther match for a qualifier. Again, why is Gunther going to the Elimination Chamber? I don't know. Instead of having a 1v1 with the legend, maybe like he goes on a Randy Orton spree. I don't know, but I guess they already did that. But it's simple shit. They can't rehash stories, right? But if they try to rehash stories, they can't rehash stories, and they don't tell new stories. So now there are no stories. There's 0. There's no anything, right? We get Javon versus the Americanos for like the second week in a row. Right? Like the original Americano comes out, which is like whatever, but I said this shit and I meant it. The mask versus mask at WrestleMania needs to kill both of these gimmicks. Ludwig can keep coming back. Listen, big shout out to Santi Zap. He made a very like true comment that like in the world of like luchador wrestling, like in like Mexico, AAA, hell, maybe even like CMML, the Americano gimmick, if it is over, it can just go on for at least at least a century. At least a century, right? Like for at least a couple decades, right? A century at minimum. So I don't know what they're going to be doing with these gimmicks, but I'm over it. I'm over it, man. I'm over it. I'm sorry. Like this, it's not moving me. It's not moving me. Ludwig, phenomenal wrestler. hasn't held a belt since you put that mask on. Chad Gable worked his ass off to come back from recovery. Are we gonna put a title to him while he still has this mask fucking strapped to his face? It's just, oh man. All right, we have to work through this episode. We have to work through this episode, huh? Okay, next match that we're going to be talking about, or next matchup, I guess we will be talking about, Natty Neidhart, all right, and one Maxine Dupri. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, all right? I'm gonna be like very transparent. I wouldn't care if Maxine Dupri was going up against Doink, all right? I wouldn't care if she dug up Macho Man's corpse and wrestled him. I wouldn't care if Maxine Dupri found a way to get into the house, all right, of the best there was, the best there is, and the best there ever will be, right? And Bret Hart, and found a way to have a 60-man Iron Man match with him. I still wouldn't want to watch the fucking Maxine Dupri match. There's nothing about Maxine Dupri that I need to be engaging with. Zero, zilch, nada. You know what I can give WWE a little bit credit for, right? We're getting more women's matches, or women's showmanship, if you like, our women's athletics, right, if you would, on WWE than we are with a Collision or a Dynamite taping. You know what? It is what it is. We're gonna have to call a spade right there. But what we can't ignore is this god-awful fucking story with Becky and Maxine, and now Maxine is now intertwined with AJ, and AJ's intertwined with Natty. Now, mind you, Natty's doing a phenomenal job with this character. Her presentation, godly, you know, we said this when she was doing Bloodsport 5 or so months ago. She had everything down to a T. So long ago, right? Even like some of the outside promos that she does in character, mwah, chef's kiss. I mean, like really creamy the creme stuff. Like, it's really good. I can't fathom why we're not getting Natty versus Becky. And maybe Becky is kind of like Becky's kind of like a chicken shit heel, and like maybe she just finds a way to just be so organically charismatic that she gets a little over with the fans, just enough to get like face-ish receptions, like just to get like a face-ish reception during the match. But I'm serious, Natty is just capable of so much fucking more than what this company gives her. She's feuding with AJ Lee, who's been on vacation. Just everyone just gets to take a fucking 5 months vacation of fucking like Disney World in this company. I don't know. I can't fathom. Like, I can't understand why. We get Tiffany Stratton. She gets to just take time off. Injury be damned. All right. I'm sorry. I came from the era where if somebody had an injury, you put them in a fucking slingshot, you put them in a suit and tie, and now they managed somebody until it was their time for their fucking heel turn or whatever the fuck they were doing creative at the time. Right. I'm tired of this fucking company, like of this time off championship opportunity. It's asinine. If it's not anything, it's simply asinine, all right? And I'm tired of champions not even willing to defend their titles with a little bit of fucking kayfabe, with a little bit of logic. My nigga, how long have you been gone? How long have you been out of action? You gonna sit and try to step to me while I'm in a #1 contendership title when I'm holding the title? No, get to the back of the line. But no, everyone just gets to come back whenever they want. And it's, oh man, I don't know. It really does blow me. And I can't reason, like, and I can't even reason with AJ Lee being here, because where the fuck is Becky? Isn't Becky the one with the title? But obviously Becky wouldn't save Maxine, but that just goes into the question, why the fuck is Maxine and Natty even out here? Just why? Why isn't Natty beating up on Kaylani? Just think about this. Everyone loves Kaylani. She gets her first Monday Night Raw match. It's the biggest pop in the world. The lights, the action, the commentators are playing it up. And Natty goes out there and she breaks her jaw. Now we have a character. Is that an insane thing to ask for? Honestly, is it? Oh, fuck. I don't know, man. I don't know. Listen, Maxine Dupri, Natty, not moving me at all. Natty's great. She's turned shit into gold. It's the 90th time she's done that. I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about, man. We can't keep fucking discussing AJ Lee and Roman Reigns and like Seth Rollins is going to return for like the 4th time in 2 years. Listen, I love these guys to death. If they're not capable to hold up in the ring with like everyone else, if they can't hold up like a Montez Ford, if they can't hold up like an Axiom, if they can't hold up like a Drew McIntyre, maybe they should stay home. If they can't hold up like a Sheamus, maybe they should stay home. Maybe that shouldn't be a hot take. Personally, maybe that shouldn't be a hot take. I don't know. All right, we can move directly on into, you know, the Elimination Chamber on the women's side. Rhea Ripley is going to the Elimination Chamber. Why? Why isn't it Lyra? Why isn't it Ivy Neal? Two women who have barely wrestled, all of 26, mind you. And now, latter half of 2025 also, we can throw that in there. So that's cool. What, 4 or 5 months they haven't been wrestling. Now, to wrap it all around in a cute circle, Rhea, who, oh Lord have mercy, Rhea's holding the secondary title in the tag division, and so is Jey Uso. Why the what is wrong with this company? Like, personally, I want somebody to tell me, like I'm 5, why the fuck is 2 tag title contenders going after the world title when there are so many people in that locker room who are riding the bench? Why isn't Omis in this elimination chamber, but Jey Uso is? Nathan Frazier isn't, but Jey Uso is? That makes sense to anybody? Now listen, and again, I love LA Knight to death. We're going to talk about the no-names and everything that happened with the no-names. Also, Bron Breakker's injured. Oy vey. That's just a mess, isn't it? So Bron Breakker's injured. He has a hernia. Apparently, he had the hernia before Royal Rumble. He might have had a bit of saying he might have pulled something in his loins, right? So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that guy. It's weird. Seth Rollins is also off the shelf, until like 2 weeks before WrestleMania. So I don't know what's going on with Bron Breakker. He might not be back until like March. He might eat like literally like a week before WrestleMania, just like Seth, which is like, I guess if you book it correctly, maybe a good pop, maybe, I don't know. Hopefully those Steiner genes kick in, my nigga. But yeah, LA Knight goes up against Austin Theory. And again, we could just talk about like just the unoriginality in this company. LA Knight, Randy Orton, Obafemi, and Damian Priest all qualify, and Jey Uso. Like, they're all going to Elimination Chamber, and they all were in the Royal Rumble. Tiffany Stratton was in the Royal Rumble. So was Rhea Ripley. Why the fuck are they going to elimination? Like, this should be given to people who literally have been riding the bench all year. This is chances for people, like, this is the chance where people like a Cedric Alexander, where people like an Ivy Neal, where people like an Apollo Crews, this is where they're supposed to shine. JD McDonough, if he was healthy, right? Sheamus. Like, this is where people are supposed to showcase their opportunities that they haven't been given all year. I don't know. Maybe I'm not thinking about it from a money standpoint because, oh yeah, you want all the heavy hitters. But nigga, wait by time? Like, I can understand the Obo, right? Randy, listen. If you're not going to put the belt on Randy, then you just got to take him off TV. I'm sorry. Listen, we can't just keep having Unk go out there and deliver like 4 to 5 star performances, and then you just tell that nigga to go home in St. Louis every night. It doesn't look good. It does not look good, right? So if we're not going to actually do something with these people, like Miro, right? Miro's just been collecting dust. Miro in the Elimination Chamber wouldn't bang. That shit wouldn't bang, bro. Oh man, I don't know what the fuck's going on with this place. Very confusing. Very, very confusing. But I'm not a fan. Not a big fan of the government. I tell you that much. Not a big fan of the government. I don't get what we're doing with the Elimination Chamber build. I don't understand what we're doing with the WrestleMania build. We could talk about WrestleMania for a second. WrestleMania is about 3 months away. You're gonna sneeze and WrestleMania will be at your doorstep. No build, no plan for it. 0. If I had to eyeball it, maybe 9 weeks away. Maybe 10, maybe 10 weeks away. What's the plan for WrestleMania? Do you have a plan for WrestleMania? Do you know which champions are going to be competing at WrestleMania? Money in the Bank? Andre the Giant match? No? Anything? Like, quite literally anything. Hey, ballpark question. What's the Women's Intercontinental Champion doing right now? She's feuding with who again? Okay. Better question. Men's Intercontinental Champion, Dominic Mysterio. What's up with him? What is he doing? Oh, Liv Dom lore. Just like Liv Morgan and Stephanie McVaquera doing. Liv Dom lore. Got it. And the tag titles, the Usos. Right. Of course. You know what? I must have forgotten that we are in the year 2021. Right? Clearly we're in the year 2021 and I just got my knickers in a Brit bunch for no reason, right? For no reason. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with anything that we're getting with this fucking Raw. I mean, we can literally go down to the last match of this fucking night, which is, all right? And I don't understand why Austin Theory is losing matches. I don't know why he's getting curb stomped by a masked man. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered, but LA Knight, he picks up a victory via outside assistance because he's not allowed to go over. Yeah. All right. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Listen, all right, even if we wanted to have something like Penta versus Austin Theory, right? That would have just made sense. And now Austin Theory, right? Now Austin Theory could just have a good 1v1. Like, why can't we let people lose? Why can't we let people win in losing? That's an ability. It's a niche ability, but you can win in losing. It's possible, right? You have Austin Theory, you have him go out there and put in an amazing performance, and he loses defiantly. Hell, maybe he even digs into a Seth Rollins bag of tricks just to get the job done, and it fails, right? Just small storytelling like that. Like, is that impossible for this fucking company? I don't get it. I don't know, and I don't wanna, like, I don't get it, and I don't know. We are very close to Elimination Chamber, and I'm not joking. We really might be on the thinnest ice ever. Like, fuck the WrestleMania 42 build, right? Where it was just Travis Scott and a couple of like, what's John Cena gonna do? Stay tuned, everybody. No, we might actually be cooked this WrestleMania season. Man, you know what? And I'm not gonna lie, half you niggas asked for it. So hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. All right, that was Raw. That was everything I had for Raw. All right, February 9th, 2026. All right, that was my shotgun review for February 6th, 2026 Collision. I have a lot of other stuff going up for the rest of the week. All right, including Dynamite and SmackDown, maybe even a couple other things if you stick around. So as I always say, all right, you all stay tuned, stay safe, stay beautiful. All right, peace.